It's been a few months since I've talked about the sacred beasts here on this channel. With the September ban list released, and the other sets that have been released since then, I decided to awaken the sacred beasts once again. For the main deck, I am still running one of each of the sacred beasts. Revile, Hamon, and Uriah. Revile is basically a big beat stick that summons tokens whenever your opponent normal summons a monster, and it also tributes a monster you control to gain attack equal to that attack power. Hamon is basically a floodgate when it's in defense that prevents your opponent from attacking other monsters than it. Also, when it destroys a monster by battle, it inflicts 1000 points of burn damage to your opponent. And Uriah destroys set spells and traps that can't be responded to by spells and traps. For the engine of the deck, I have 3 Dark Beckoning Beasts, 2 Dark Summoning Beasts, 2 Chaos Summoning Beasts, 3 Opening of the Spirit Gates, and 1 Fallen Paradise. Gates searches out any of the sacred beasts, or any monster that specifically lists them. Also, you can discard a card to summon a fiend monster with 0 attack and defense from the graveyard, as long as there's one in there to begin with. Dark Beckoning Beast also searches out any of the sacred beasts, or any card that lists them, not just monsters. Dark Summoning Beast can summon one directly from the deck by tributing itself, and can banish itself from graveyard to add in any of them. Chaos Summoning tributes itself to summon one from hand, and banish itself to add in Fallen Paradise. And Fallen Paradise protects the sacred beasts, and lets you draw 2 every single turn, as long as you control at least one of them. To round off the Sacred Beast side of the deck, I have 1 Cerulean Skyfire, 1 Hyperblaze, and 1 Awakening of the Sacred Beasts. Skyfire can negate a spell or trap as long as you're able to switch Hamon from attack to defense. And if one of the Sacred Beasts leaves the field, you take no damage for the turn. Hyperblaze sends a trap card from the deck to the graveyard, and gives Uriah more attack points by the amount of trap cards in the graveyard and face up on the field. You can also special summon Sacred Beasts from the graveyard by discarding a card and ignoring its summoning conditions. If you have one of them, whenever your opponent summons a monster, you gain life points equal to that attack. If you have 2 or more, it negates all the activated monster effects your opponent controls. 3 or more becomes Dimensional Fissure for your opponent. To help out these plays a little bit, I run 3 Pot of Extravagance, 1 Melody of Awakening Dragon, and 1 Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair. The extra deck is not a big part of the deck, so Extravagance is fine. Melody helps get Dark Summoning Beasts to the graveyard, which then you can use Gate's effect to discard the Diabolos for Dark Summoning Beast. Plus, since Dark Summoning and Chaos Summoning both tribute themselves, you can activate Diabolos' effect to summon itself. Then you can tribute Dark Beckoning Beast to make your opponent put a card in their hand at the bottom or top of their deck. So I'm running a few more hand traps than I normally would. I'm running the 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Imperms, 3 Cypher Gammas, which require the 1 Driver, and 2 Ghost Mourners. I decided on the Ghost Mourner purely because it's a monster-heavy meta that special summons a lot, and it's not restricted to your opponent's main phase, like Effect Veiler. For the last 6 cards of the deck, I have the 1 Call to the Grave, 2 Solemn Judgments, and 3 Forbidden Droplets. I chose Droplets because Almirage and Gates are kind of dead on the board after the first turn. So instead of having dead cards on the field, I decided to turn them into Disruption with Droplets. For the extra deck, I have 3 Salamangreat Almirages, 2 Link Rebos, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 2 Gustav Max for the memes, 1 Lambda, 1 Omega, and Super Poly targets of Starving Venom, Stragosphalia, Trifo, I don't know how to pronounce this, I'm sorry, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and Dragon Necro. Almirage is here so that we can get Dark Beckoning Beast to the graveyard, so that we can use Gate's effect to summon Dark Summoning Beast by discarding that and summoning it immediately. We can use the tokens that Revile summons to either go into Link Rebo, since it's a level 1, Or we can use Almirage and the token to go into Nightmare Phoenix and destroy a card. And for whatever reason, if we can't put enough damage on the board for a game, we can always go into Gustav Max. I decided to put in Omega just so that we have a little bit more hand control with Gamma in the deck. Might as well. I put in Lambda because if we have Dark Beckoning Beast on board, with Diabolos on the board as well, and we have Gamma that we have not used yet, we might as well just link those two off for Lambda so that Gamma isn't a dead card in our hand. And for the side deck, I have 3 Super Polys, 3 Nibiru's, 3 Drone Lockbirds, 3 Dark Ruler No More, and 3 Lightning Storms. The last time I did this deck, I did not run Diabolos, so I'm going to show this combo while taking Diabolos into account. To start this combo, we're going to activate Melody by discarding the Dark Summoning Beast and add in Diabolos. The reason why we use Melody first, instead of Gates, is so that if my opponent has Ash Blossom, it can just bait that out. So now, we're going to activate the Opening of Spirit Gates to add in Dark Beckoning Beast. Normal Summon Dark Beckoning effect to add in Chaos Summoning Beast. Additional Normal Summon for Chaos Summoning Beast. Gates effect, discard the Diabolos to summon the Dark Summoning Beast. Effect, Tribute, Channeling 1, and then as Channeling 2, we're going to activate Diabolos, summon that, and summon the Revile. Banish the Dark Summoning Beast to add in the Hamon. And tribute Chaos Summoning Beast, special summon the Hamon, and then effect to banish to add in Fallen Paradise. Activate Fallen Paradise, effect to Fallen Paradise to draw 2. Let's just say we draw in the Gamma and Judgment. So we're going to link these two off, in that case, for the Lambda. And then we're going to set the Judgment and pass turn. If we didn't draw the Gamma, we would use Diabolos to tribute Beckoning to put a card on the bottom or top of my opponent's deck. Last time I showed this deck, I also wasn't running the Cerulean Skyfire. So we're also going to take that into account with this combo. So let's just say we only draw the Skyfire and Gates. And 3 other cards that don't really matter for this hand. So we activate the Spirit Gates to add in Dark Beckoning Beast. We normal that to add in the Dark Summoning Beast. We link that off for Almirage, and then we use Opening to discard and summon, and we tribute that off for the Hamon in attack mode, so that the Skyfire can activate. And we banish that to add in Revile. And then we activate the Skyfire, set whatever cards we have, and pass turn. It's normally the point in time in my videos where I show a bunch of test hands, but this isn't really that much different from when I built it back in July. So I'm going to maybe do 1 or 2 of these. For this hand, we draw into Forbidden Droplets, Infinite Impermanence, Opening of the Spirit Gates, Awakening of the Sacred Beasts, and Chaos Summoning Beast. To start this off, we're going to activate the Opening of the Spirit Gates. Effect, add in Dark Beckoning Beast. Normal Summon, effect to add in Dark Summoning Beast. And then we normal summon, additional normal summon for Chaos Summoning Beast. Link off for Salamon Great Almirage. Opening of Spirit Gates. Special, Tribute, Special, Banish, Hamon. Tribute, Special, Banish, Add, Activate, Effect, draw 2. We draw into Solemn Judgment and Ash Blossom. And then we set these 4, and we pass turn. And for our next hand, we draw into Hamon, Driver, Gamma, Judgment, and Opening of the Spirit Gates. Okay, so I think what's going to be the best bet here is to just activate Opening of the Spirit Gates and add in Dark Beckoning. And then we normal summon to add in Chaos Summoning. Then we get additional normal summon for Chaos Summoning, Tribute to Special, and we banish, add in Fallen Paradise, activate, and then we draw 2. So then we draw into 2 Ash Blossoms. Unfortunate, but that's fine. So here's something really cute. We link that off for Al Mirage. Now we use Opening Spirit Gates to discard the driver to summon Dark Beckoning Beast. Where is this going? We're going to leave these two off for Lambda. And now we have a Gamma that we can use. And we just set the Judgment and pass turn. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, consider subscribing to the channel. And share this video on social media. And while you're there, find me and follow me. My name is Brent, and I am Maxed Out Weird. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace!